Hi everybody, my name's Rob Fellows. I'm one of the guitar teachers at Dudley Performing Arts, and today I'm going to show you how to play the first lead part in More Than a Feeling by Boston. Okay, so the first section, bar 3 to bar 15. It starts off at bar 3 with 3 7th fret harmonics on the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd strings all at the same time. They last for 4 beats. And then we're moving to the 12th fret harmonics, and we're going to play the 3rd string, the 3rd and the 2nd strings together, and then the 3rd string again. But the rhythm there is more of a, so it's back to the 7th fret again, and that harmonic lasts for 8 bars. That harmonic lasts for 8 beats. It's tied over 2 bars. Bar 7, you play the 3 7s again, and then you do the 12s again. Back to the 7s, back to the 12s, back to the 7s, back to the 12s again. Then there's 3 7s again tied over 2 bars, followed by a 1 bar rest. And that's as simple as that section gets. So here's that section. Okay, so bar 16 to bar 21 is the next section that we're going to look at. It's all in 10th position, and it starts with bend on the 12th fret. It's only going up by 1 semitone, and then you're letting it back down again, bending from 12 up to 13 again, letting it back down again, and then playing the 10. That's all on the 2nd string. Bend the 12 up again and let it back down again, and then the 10 to the 12 to the 10, and then finishing on the 12 on the 3rd string. It's only that last note that's on the 3rd string. All of the other notes are on the 2nd string there. The 12 on the 3rd string at the end lasts for 2 bars. Again, remember it's tied over, and then you've got 2 bars rest. Next section goes from bar 22 to bar 34 inclusive. 22 is where the melody enters. It actually says on your score melody enters. We haven't got anything in that bar, we've got a 1 bar rest. But in bar 23 we've got 2 notes at the same time. We've got a double stop. You're going to play an 8 on your 2nd string and a 9 on your 3rd string. And the rhythm of the notes here, basically what you're doing here is you are replicating the backing vocal, which is More Than a Feeling. Okay, so the rhythm that those words create, more than a feeling. Sliding that double stop up by 2 frets. 24 is a bar rest. Bar 25 is the same thing. Bar 26 is a bar rest. Bar 27 is the same thing. And then it changes slightly. Bar 28, you've got a 7 on your 1st string and an 8 on the 2nd string for 4 beats. And then a 6 and an 8 for 4 beats. Then we've got 5 bars rest. Bar 35 is where the guitar solo starts, and it starts with a 1-beat rest first of all. The key thing about this section is just making sure that your grace notes, the little sort of kind of trills here and there, those kind of things, you just need to get them in the right place, get them in the right position on the guitar, and it falls into place really, really easily. If you start putting them elsewhere on different strings with different fingers, it can tend to tie yourself up in knots. So just make sure that you stick to the tab, because the tab's correct. So after that 1-beat rest that we just spoke about, you've got a 6 and a 7 and a 9, all on the 3rd string. On the 2nd string, and finishing on the 9 and 7 on the 3rd string. Then you've got an 8 on the 2nd string. It's a full tone bend, so you're bending that 8 to sound like a 10. And then that moves out of 7th position. As you can see with those triplets at the end of bar 37, you've got 5s there, so you've got to be in 5th position. So that bar would look like this. Next bar, still in 5th position, just for those 2 notes. Back to 7th position. I'll just do that once more. On the 2nd string again. You played that just now. Then you've got in bar 41, you've got a 10, and it's a full bend again, so it's bending the 10 up to sound like a 12. And then all on the 2nd string apart from the last note again, which is on the 3rd string. Back to the 2nd string. Back to 5th position again there. And then the last bit, the way that I play that is in 10th position, and I play the 12 on my 3rd string with my 2nd finger, and then reach over with my 3rd finger for the last bend on the 14. Make sure that 14 is only a half step bend. Don't bend it too far, just bend it up to the 15. Then we've got a 1 bar rest again. So that whole solo sounds like this. From bar 46 to 54, it's the same harmonic section that we had in the first bit. So bar 55, we've got lots of 9s here. Some of them bent up to 11, some of them are bent up to 10. First one, you've got to bend up to 11. Then the second one, bend it up to 10. Let it back down, and then let it back up, and then bend it back up again. Bar 57, we're on a 10 here on the 2nd string. Play the 10 and bend it up to 12. If you can put a bit of vibrato on there, that sounds great if you can. And then in 58, bend up from 10 to 12, let it back down again, bend it up again, let it back down a little bit slower. And then you've got this little scale thing here in bar 59. Next bar, bar 60, you've got a unison bend, an F sharp unison bend, so you're going to play the 14 on your first string, the 17 on your second string. That lasts for 2 bars. And then you've got 1 fret higher than that, so you're playing a 15 and an 18 unison bend. So that whole section sounds like this. 63 to 65 is very, very similar to what you played earlier on. You're playing on the 12th fret. Then you've got a hammer on and pull off on the 10 to 12 back to the 10. And then, so there's only those couple of extra notes in the middle there that are different to what you played earlier on. What's likely to catch you out though, after that 12, it only lasts for 4 beats, remember, and at bar 67 you've got to go straight to that double stop again. Then we've got a bar's rest again and do exactly the same as you did before. Another bar's rest and then another bar's rest, and then we've got this little figure here on the top 3 strings. I'll just play that once more. Jesus. Just those shapes at the end, you just got to make sure that you get them right. What's likely to catch you out though, after that 12, it only lasts for 4 beats, remember, and at bar 67 you've got to go straight to that double stop again. Then we've got a bar's rest again and do exactly the same as you did before. Another bar's rest and then another bar's rest, and then we've got this little figure here on the top 3 strings. I'll just play that once more. Just those shapes at the end, you just got to make sure that you get them right. Okay, here's the whole thing all the way through with the backing track.
One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, B. 4.